Welcome to Step Out Sis, the podcast where we grow, heal, and walk confidently in God's calling. I am your host, Sharon, and I'm here to encourage you to step boldly into the purpose God has for your life. In this very first episode, I'm opening my heart and sharing parts of my journey. Those seasons of feeling out of place, trying to fit in, and wondering where I truly belonged. I'll talk about what it's like searching for my people, my purpose, and my confidence, and how God gently led me to a place of acceptance, healing, and boldness. If you've ever walked into a room and felt unseen, if you've ever questioned where you fit or who you're becoming, sis, this episode is for you. You are not alone, and your place is being prepared. Growing up, I often felt like I didn't belong. I went to a predominantly white Christian school where I looked different, I felt different, and I struggled to find my place. Maybe you can relate. Even when I was around people who actually looked like me, I didn't always fit in. I was told I acted white or I talked white. As a pastor's kid, I was sheltered from a lot, and stepping into college brought on its own challenges. Again, I found myself searching for my people, my tribe. I often hung around those whose lifestyles didn't align with mine, and too many times I dimmed my light just to fit in, or I lowered my standards so I wouldn't stand out. But deep down, I knew I hadn't truly found where I belonged. Then adulthood brought even more challenges. I had my daughter Brandy at the age of 22. I got married at the age of 27 to her father, but by the age of 30, I was divorced. Eventually, I moved back home with my parents. I was navigating life after a failed marriage, becoming a single mother, and trying to find my footing. I was working customer service jobs, but I felt no fulfillment. In college, I had earned over 80 credit hours. Yes, I said it, over 80 credit hours. And I asked myself, Sharon, what are you doing with your life? So I went back to school, finished what I started, earned my degrees in mental health, and then entered my career field. And through those seasons, I've discovered a deeper truth about myself. I love helping people, I love encouraging others, and I find joy in walking with people through life's transitions. Now, at 55, I can say with confidence, I have found my tribe, I have found my purpose, I have grown, I've remarried, and I'm living in alignment with the woman God created me to be. Sis, listen. Life has taught me that true living is about self-discovery. It's about saying no to what doesn't serve you. It's about removing yourself from places that don't grow you, and then positioning yourself where you can be inspired and motivated. And now I'm stepping out boldly and doing things that scare me and excite me, and I am trusting God with this season of my life. Each day, I'm uncovering more and more and more about the woman God created me to be, and I am enjoying this season of my life. Now, can I keep it real with you, sis? If you're still searching for your tribe, sometimes you have to step out of the crowd before you can step into your calling. Now, let me tell you about Ruth in the Bible. She is a powerful example of finding your tribe and stepping into your purpose. Naomi and her family moved from Bethlehem to Moab during a famine. After the death of her husband and her sons, Naomi encouraged her daughter-in-laws to return to their homeland. Oprah left, but Ruth stayed. Ruth declared, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." That was a bold decision. Ruth didn't know what the future would look like, but she knew she couldn't go backwards. She stepped out of the crowd and into her calling, and because of that bold step, Ruth became a part of the lineage of Jesus Christ. Sis, that's the power of finding your tribe. It's not always about where you've been, but it's about aligning yourself with people who are connected to your purpose and your destiny. Just like Ruth, sometimes you've got to leave behind what's comfortable, what's familiar, or even what others expect of you to walk into what God has for you. And here's the truth. The right tribe won't dim your light. They'll help it to shine brighter. They'll cover you in prayer, challenge you to grow, and walk with you through life's transitions. Now, it's not always easy. Sometimes you just have to say, Lord, I'm leaving the old behind. I'm stepping out of the crowd, and I'm trusting you to lead me to my people, my tribe, and my purpose. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." I love that part. His good, pleasing, and perfect will. That scripture reminds us, don't blend into the crowd. God is calling us to transformation and purpose. Sis, before we wrap up, don't rush off to the next thing. I know we stay booked and busy, but I want to invite you to reflect with me this week. These are questions I'm still asking God myself. Are there areas where you've been conforming to the crowd instead of stepping boldly into who God created you to be? How does Romans 12:2 speak to your journey right now? What scares you, but also excites you that God may be nudging you to step into? Take time to reflect, pray, ask God to place you where you need to be, and remove you from spaces that no longer serve you. Sis, thank you so very much for joining me on this very first episode of Step Out Sis. I pray that my story and Ruth's story encourages you to step out of the crowd, find your people, and embrace the woman God created you to be. Before we go, I want to honor someone very special to me. My father, my daddy, Reverend John Wesley Forbes III. Daddy, happy 78th birthday on January the 6th. This first episode is dedicated to you. Thank you for your prayers, your guidance, and for always, always, always believing in me. Now, new episodes of Step Out Sis drop every Monday. If today's episode encouraged you, please share and head over to stepoutssis.com, tap Apple Podcasts, and follow so you don't miss what God is doing next. And with that, I'll see you all next week right here on Step Out Sis.